the Cruz will play.
Which cut out by Frostler. 1-0 behind in the game, given away to Batman.
And you mentioned Babue and Glovo in midfield, and they in the latter part of the season have really become that heart and soul of the midfield for Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, there is Babue. Would have been interesting to see whether they would have felt that Tasingwa had he been available, but first ever Tanzanian to play for Kaizer Chiefs. If he hasn't yet played, as ball falls here for Silva! He's got the golden touch, and Chiefs hit the front in the 7th minute.
He's picked up where he left off last season. It was some neat work down the right-hand flank from Vilakazi, stitching together great passes and movement. It's the tall man up front, the Silva, that opens his account in the Betway Premiership. With a goal inside the first 10 minutes for Kaizer Chiefs. Nice patient player, a lot of movement there. Here's the 1-2 from Vilakazi. A bit of a nudge from Sidat. Fortuitous.
Last season scored in back-to-back games after opening his... They get up and running.
The kick.
And chipped it with 3 goals for...
And then educators here. He just came back from Belgium, joined Vince. I was on my way out and he was on his way in. Loads of experience. And then educated left foot, as you'll witness now. In charge of the corner kick.
And chipped it with 3 goals for Kruger last season in 24 FFC appearances. This is where he's most dangerous. On set-piece duty, he's put it towards the back post. It's a wicked delivery that's caused Chiefs all kinds of problems. 1-0 feeling he was interfered with. And Coach Abram Mongo, only 40 years of age, watching on, trying to plot their way back into this match. The holder of a cafe license, but he's constantly working on himself. Would not be at all surprised. That's a good challenge.
Not want to go down easily.
No.
That was a very hard one. Shook it off the global.
Back to goal, he's done well here, but laid off. And it's fallen quite kindly back for him. Oh! Gets it on in global! Announcing his return to the top flights with the side that he dragged to the title last season.
And God, that's the first time the defender got it through to the striker. That is what Coach Abraham Mongoya was asking for. They unlocked that midfield, made the forward pass. And Glovo is the one that unlocked it. Second time round, the initial cross was stopped. And it's Kruger United, just before half-time, getting the equalizer. That's the ball into the striker. Lovely hold-up play there. Novu, the first attempted cross, a little bit fortuitous. And not convincing, but caressed it into the far post. And nothing much that Peterson could do. It was inch perfect.
Yeah, looped it in off the base of the upright. Massive credit has to... Ethan Chislett assessing his options. Some movement from Bachmann. Frostler, Chislett, and Duba. Well, Ethan Chislett has remained down following that challenge, and Mulagasa has caught play back with a foul foul that has reportedly occurred just outside of the area.
Yeah, done extremely well there. Follow through, catching him. Kruger should have been ready. It needed one touch. There's no chance to get a second touch there.
Ethan Chislett assessing his options. Some movement from Bachmann. Frosler, Chislett, and Duba. Ethan Chislett has remained down following that challenge, and Mutagasa has called play back with a foul that has reportedly occurred just outside of the area.
Yeah, done extremely well there. Follow through, catching him. Kruger should have been ready. It needed one touch. There's no chance to get a second touch there. Forced.
Be quite something. Temple scored.
Great stints of possession here from Kaizer Chiefs.
Can they convert this domination into a cushion? Harbour is pounced upon it. Duba! Shot for a second! And it's in! Wandile Duba has come off the bench and has netted twice in 20 minutes.
That was an excellent phase of play there. An extended spell of possession. And as you've asked the question, can they turn it into something? That's exactly what they've done. It was Manyani with a decisive pass. It was Mabua that picked it up in the midfield. And eventually, Duba at the end of that one. Two substitutes acknowledging the contribution. It's his second of the game. And that pass from Manyani. Attempted pass, he followed up, he never gave up there, Mabue. Looked at his options. Excellent run. A little bit fortuitous there. Came off the defender. It's the first touch to set it up. It's the second one, they tried to slot it home. And in off the goalkeeper there. And Kaizer Chiefs look like they're going to wrap this one up as he stirs his way to victory.